Superman.
The wait is over.
He's back.
Be a part
Based upon the wins and losses.
And
Right, who's
experience
number
the
one
summer of Superman.
on that list?
Number one on that list is, give me 1 second. That was Howie Roseman of the Eagles. That's pretty obvious.
You see that? But
Yeah, Howie Roseman of the Eagles. Pretty obvious. Yeah, Howie Roseman won. Andy Reid / Brett Veach, number 2 on that list. Sean McVay / Les Snead, number 3 on that list. Eric DeCosta 4, and then Brian Gutekunst, like I said,
now,
coming in 5.
And what are all those teams that we have, right? All those teams, like every single year, right? It's not just them being they're all competitive, right? Because those GMs have done a good job of making sure that their roster and their organization is competitive each and every year. But every single year, all those teams have a real legitimate shot at being Super Bowl contenders. Now, not so much, I would say, not so much the Rams. I think it's just with the level of consistency of them making the playoffs. But
yeah,
you know what I mean? You look at the Ravens, like every year they're knocking on the door. We obviously know in Kansas City, the Eagles got over the hump this year, but they're always competitive. Always. And like I said before, it's based upon them putting together solid rosters, but it's also based upon their win-loss rate. That's what it is. I mean, 15 wins, you're not going to be in the top. You shouldn't be in the top. That's what it is.
You should be a little bit lower on that list. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, J-Mac. I know we're talking here about Ryan Poles so much, but at the end of the day, it all comes down to one man and one man only that this has to work for. Caleb Williams. Does this give Caleb Williams the stability that he needs to where you can say, excuse is gone. GM's in place, he's going to be there with you. Coaches in place, he's going to be there with you. We gave you the team. We gave you the receivers. You literally have everything that every great quarterback in this NFL dreams of, and it's why some people still believe Trevor Lawrence can be good because they're like, well, he's never had that stability. Does this give Caleb Williams a true stable foundation for you to be able to have a good evaluation on him this season of who he can be as a quarterback?
Definitely. Like you got everything you need, and you got weapons. You will see. You got an improved offensive line. So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Second year in the system. You got an offensive-minded head coach that has a good track record in terms of working with quarterback, in terms of putting an offense out there that can score points. He comes from an offense he led that scored 33 points a game. So, like I said, there's no excuses in terms of having the right people in place to make sure that our number one overall pick, our hope to be franchise quarterback, is going to be in good situations every single week to go out there and to really put his fingerprint on a game plan, but also lead an offense based upon the skill set, because we have the right people in place that know how to construct that and devise that. So it's all on Caleb. Are you really that guy? Are you him? Pretty much. Yeah. Are you the guy that can come in and really be that franchise quarterback that we drafted you number one overall to be? And it's all on you. You got 2 tight ends now. You got 2 tight ends. You got you know what I mean? You got receivers. You've got an offensive-minded head coach that can devise a plan, that can put together all kind of trick plays, and puts a lot of things in place to give his offense an advantage. And a guy who understands how to create matchups and exploit a defense, and how to get his quarterback playing fast and successful, and understands how to put together game plans so that way his quarterback has a chance to be successful each and every Sunday. And he also brought in the coaches around him that can really help develop players, not just quarterback, but all players, on that offense. Got a guy in Antoine Randall that's had a good track record of really developing receivers over there in Detroit, and hopes to be able to bring that to Chicago. You got young receivers. You got Rome Odunze. You already know DJ Moore's in the building. You brought in a guy from the Commanders in Zacchaeus. So you got two tight ends who you think you can, go out there and put together some mismatches, but also create some opportunities and help the quarterback. So we'll see what happens. Like, it is no excuse for Caleb. Like, you have to take that jump in year 2. And another thing, I think it's even more pressure on Caleb, because when you look at guys who are in good situations, they were in better situations, I think, than Caleb their rookie year. When you look at Jaden Daniels, right? You look at Bo Nix. You look at some of these other quarterbacks that were in good situations, that had offensive coordinators that understood how to develop and how to create a scheme to help their rookie quarterback be successful. When you see those guys having success, their confidence level is going to stay sky high. So I don't see any of those guys taking a step back. I see those guys taking a major jump, right? Because now the game's slowing down. They had success the first year, and now the offensive coordinator understands their player even more. So now he can add on and build upon what he already had in place for them their first year. Build upon that success. So I think it is a lot of pressure on Caleb, and Caleb knows that. He's seen what those guys did. He knows he's always going to be compared to those other quarterbacks taken in the draft.
Yeah, we talked about that when we were on the radio last week, right? Like the conversation around Caleb is always going to be, well, yes, maybe he did this, but what did he do compared to what Jaden Daniels did? Yes, maybe he did this, what did he do compared to what Bo Nix did? And I'll be honest with you, right now, you don't have what we said last season about Jaden Daniels was that, he's in a better situation. He's got a head coach that understands his game and an OC that's going to develop things for him and how he wants to do them. And we don't have that here for Caleb Williams. You do now. We say he's got a GM that's going to go out there and he's going to put pieces in front of him that are going to help him. Caleb didn't have the offensive line. They gave it to Jaden, and Jaden still went out there, got sacked, and still made plays. You do now.
Yeah.
Like all those things, all those excuses, all of those. And I'm not saying that they were excuses, I guess, but like all of the things that contributed to the failures of last season. You've answered a lot of those questions this offseason. I do believe that this is going to be a huge season here for Caleb Williams, and it's going to be a lot of fun seeing how this team goes about operating at training camp coming up in a couple of weeks here. Before we get up out of here, appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave the 5-star review if you have not done so. We're not live 5 days a week because we have radio shows on the station. Shout out to all the shows we have here at ESPN Chicago, but you can tune into the Chicago Bears podcast Monday through Friday over on the ESPN Chicago app. You also can check us out on YouTube Monday through Friday, and some days you get a 6th episode like this. There's a whole nother episode that's in the chamber. I don't know when Eric's gonna release it now, because Ryan Poles got extended. We gotta let this cook. Let this thing cook.
This is breaking news.
Hey, this is breaking news. You gotta let it cook. Before we get out of here, J-Mac, every week we do our dog of the week on the podcast. I got a positive dog this week, J-Mac. I know you've got you've had somebody that's cost you money this week, at least once. My dog of the week, positive dog of the week, Randall Greach. Don't know how to say his last name. Not gonna lie to you. Of the Orioles. That's why I don't know how to say his last name. I'm not watching Orioles baseball anymore. He won a baseball game on an inside the park home run. That's a dog move. Now, when you see the play, hits the ball, caroms off of the wall, goes down, right? All the exciting things to see, but that's a wild play to see. I saw that. I think that was on the day after the 4th. Yeah. And he was flying around the bases. Walk off inside the park home run. Love that. J-Mac, you got a dog of the week for us? Somebody cost you some money this week?
No, mine's positive, man. I just give a shout out to my football team. We've been in this Bears Nike tournament the last 2 days. And, man, we've been in this tournament the last 4 years, and we've come in second place. Last year, we were in second place. We lost by 7 points. And for the guys to be resilient, want to keep playing in this tournament. It's an awesome tournament because it gives an opportunity. We have like the skill players do 7-on-7 play, but the offensive linemen, they get love through offensive line challenges. So there's a D-line hoop drill, there's a bench press competition, farmer's carry, tire flip, and all of those things that highlight offensive linemen as well. And 16 teams from the Chicagoland area, a lot of great coaches coaching their players, and we were able to take home the trophy this week. So my entire football team, my coaches helped me coach this event. They're all my dogs of the week. So we're able to got a beautiful trophy, man. I should have brought it up here to show everybody, but
that would have been fire. That would have been fire.
I got here to it, but you know what? It just helps. It helps that we were able to overcome adversity playing in this tournament. It just hopefully can catapult us into having a good season. You know, we're a team that missed the playoffs last year. We got to get back. So it's a good start. Good start to the summer, and a good start to you know, this summer practice as well.
Yeah, man, I love it when you sit there through it. It was the reason we didn't end up doing the episode Wednesday, because you was sitting there out there dominating with the team. So big shout out to all the boys out there, man. All the work that y'all put in, and listen, y'all get ready for some Carmel football this year, bro. It's gonna be some dogs out there. You're gonna see some dogs of the week on the field every single week. Oh, don't you Ben Johnson us with it. It's gonna be fun. You got to hit us with the Ben Johnson. Hey man, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us as always. For Jason McKee, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. The news is here that Ryan Poles has been extended. Let us know how you feel in the comments below.
Look, Pat, my wife brought it.
Oh, she didn't brought it to you.
Look at it. It's got a reflection so you can see. Hey, you see all the papers on my desk? Look at
all. Oh man. J-Mac, do you have pants on? No, I'm just playing. I'm joking. I
got shorts on, man.
Hey, man, y'all stay safe out there in Chicago. The Mac Main with the dub. You should do every pod like that now. You should just do every single pod like that.
He's going to link right to this right here, man. You know what I mean?
Y'all stay safe out there in Chicago. Bet down. One love. Peace.
Peace.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Used to play fake. Now to throw. Rifles it down the middle. Makes the grab. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
And the Cyclones will snap it on 1st and 10. Fine play action. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. If you can't throw it late, it's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Just keep slinging it. Looking to the big tight end. Pulls it in. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon in every single team.
The Cyclones looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Looking to throw, it's back. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cyclones! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Well, I know it's a very small sample size, and we've got a lot of football to go this year, but what can you say about this offense? How explosive and impressive they look. Top 5 in the nation in scoring, and you can see why. They've got speed and playmakers all over the field.
It appears that Sean Payton is down to the quarterback for Nick. He is the second most touchdown passes by a rookie in NFL history. For Nick, what's impressive is how quickly he's done this, knowing that Payton's offenses can be complex and challenging to learn. To explain that better, we talked to two of Payton's quarterbacks in the league.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas A&M is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Kyle Field, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Tennessee. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Man, your head spinning just to get the play ball out. Example of that would be the green left twin, Z short tight, pass 37 Buster Bluff, make it right, wide booty sting, X spear, kill, 53 tight left.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense
Just
will be
reaching up.
on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Leaves it with the running back. Drives into the pile just to pick up a 1. They'll spot it at the 10.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
They'll run play action. Floats it out in space. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Back to throw, it's Beck. Quickly out to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engaged, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter, when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He fires to the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Hey, 4th and short, it's time to be physical. You give it to your running back. You can see he gets physical, gets downhill, gets the first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way you start, Palmer, it just lays out the rest of the season for you.
And they know they just got to be a lot more physical this year. That schedule did beat them up.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. It's a running room. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Cyclones pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Bust through behind his pad. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You've got to be able to game tackle this guy. We see it every week. He makes people miss. And you just saw it on that last play. He's unbelievable in the open field. He can cut on a dime, and with that run, he's got this offense now set up down close to the goal line.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa State.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll leave it with the lone back. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have to.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That play had 6 written all over it, but he drops it in the end zone. Bad break for the offense.
They'll run the screen. Powers through the defender. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Catch in the middle, it's Hansen. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub, they want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. The Cyclones have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. And the Cyclones will have it 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Hansen. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
To the ground with the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cyclones!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. They'll try the run. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big, but you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic.
Finds the tight end. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Holds it in and looking upfield. He gets a block. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air. It's back. He rifles one deep down the middle. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give on the inside. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down.
I'm 16 years old. I play wide receiver in DB.
On 3rd down, going up top. Finds his man. It's Townsend. They'll pick up enough yards.
In every era, a rare few rise above the rest. Now, a new generation emerges, each bearing a key and everything to prove. Success demands perseverance, challenging those who dare to try. They step forward to answer the legend's call.
Rise above at the Esports World Cup.
But that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll move the tight end. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Pocket breaking down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hansen. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26, it'll be 4th down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Splits the uprights, good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by 11 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you need to know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Second down. Defense in press coverage. Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Gill. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Hawkeyes moving quickly to the line. In the gun end, looking to throw on third down. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is on its way. Wants to bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. That's reeled in. It's Townsend. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Gonna swing it on second down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Really good job on the defense, understanding third down, the situation of the game. I play a little bit deeper, take away the sticks, react to shorter. I got to go get him on the ground now. Nice job making the tackle, but playing the down and distance first, and now forcing a fourth down.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, these fan bases have been hyped, and with the Cy-Hawk Trophy up for grabs, who knows what the second half will give us. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Iowa and Iowa State plays out.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Iowa State sending the offense back out. Not sure they had to adjust much. They'll try to build on this lead. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Snagged in the middle, it's Townsend. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
With flexible payment options, get a fix now and pay later only at SafeLife.com.
Looking to pass, it's Beck. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there.
Oh, out of space. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige. When you've got the playmakers you have offensively, just keep chucking it.
They'll give it to the back. It's a seam wide open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cyclones line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They're looking for an advantage to the right. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Cyclones trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Off play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Iowa State. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll run the option. Running into the open space. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Motion from the back. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Beck. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
3rd down coming up after the completion.
Yards after the catch. There's also a sign of defining that fences, but nobody just sits down in the zone defense.
Off the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Townsend. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You talk about Josh Allen, he's a natural. Remember, Joe Tootle is playing out of position. As great as he is, he's
is a natural guard. And so for me, Josh Hendon, if healthy, is going to be a major.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Sauer. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Cyclones are flying down the field.
Ready to sling it, your news, and your highlights for the next 30 minutes.
Tyler, there's nothing better than...
Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The play action fake. Escapes the sack. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
2 consecutive losses, and Shirley Cunningham told us yesterday that the team is starting to get a little bit frustrated about that lack of consistency in her words.
Motion from the wide receiver. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To the air, it's Beck. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this offense has had a great day, and they've put some big plays together. But the last 2 plays, man, getting a little complacent. They got to protect their quarterback. That's back-to-back sacks. The offensive line has to do a better job.
They kick it away on 4th down. Nice job to make the fair catch in the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They're working that left side. Well, Jesse, if they thought they were going to fool them by throwing it to the fullback, they did not. Big fella couldn't get started.
Yeah, sometimes these fullbacks, Reese, that they're not the most fleet of foot, and it can be easy for the defense to rally to them and use speed to get them to the ground.
And some room to work. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense getting set for first down. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what's happening.
Here to the IE Sports Center. The game is just absolutely dominant this season. I know as a hitter, you probably are thankful you don't.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game.
They have power and command. I mean, look at that.
As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. After a play like that, you have to get it in the end zone on this drive. Running the red zone, it's Moulton. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's got it again. Not this time. After finding running room on the previous play, nowhere to go this time around as the defense rises up. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Motion from the wideout. He's looking to throw on third and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense. It's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up. And he's really throwing it each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Throw to the end zone. Picked off.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking for room. It's Hansen. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's been injured so much, you don't really get to see him in Minnesota. So there's a lot of players that are out of nowhere, but really have been consistent.
They're going to run it to the right. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
So I'm enjoying the guys you expect, like Kyle Riley, you know, about to set a capture record for home runs. Ronald Jr. is just a mega talent. But there's these other names that kind of slide in.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here.
5-1 at ESPN bet for James Wood. Couple of lefties. I know if you both pick lefties at Atlanta, I think that's the side of the play you want to look at with that short porch in right field. But Lando with the latest in his big
trying to get the edge on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They are going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game, and he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
The Cyclones are moving quickly down the field.
I always wanted to say it. Rounds on me after the show. All right, SportsCenter Cooper Flag made his summer league debut last night.
Power football with the run. Shows him the stiff arm. Got enough for the first down. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Cyclones back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Using his legs, it's Hansen. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. leave it with him. Picks up the first down. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The Cyclones kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work.
You're sick. Vacation.
The give to the back. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Cyclones can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. The Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive.
The DMs for 9 straight years. Those comments are the reason this exists.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
They're going to ride this running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They go to the ground. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable.
Stellar defensive plays and highlight real moments. For more on Flag leading Dallas to victory over Bronny James and the Lakers, it's our take 2.
Keep it on the ground. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. They'll send out the kicker here. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting.
14 plays, 9 minutes, 14 seconds.
Not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Now to their point, Flag is a game changer.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has him back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone, David. This drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Looking to take a shot. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
Iowa State sending the offense back out. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And the Cyclones come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the ground. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle it down short of the first down.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on 4th down. I'm going to go for it on 4th down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line, not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
This offense is aggressive on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far today, and they're still on the field.
Yeah.
Fullback's got it. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is...
In the NBA Summer League, Jazz and Hornets and Wizards.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. He thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
The rookie record in receptions last year, posting almost 1,200 yards, which was a rookie.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Hawkeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Moulton. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
He's got it in more than enough for a 1st down. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side takes every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course. And when you win,
it's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Thanks, Tim.
Situation in Baltimore on Thursday. Mets Orioles L-Ball is devastating 5 into the broadcast too. But it's like this Hernandez right into the close setback. And then he just rolled out of the game.
Yeah, that Rawlins came close enough for Hernandez to skip. And with no Roger McDowell there, I just kind of maybe he actually did.
Seinfeld reference for those of you who don't know who might be a little younger than us. That cool kid.
You know, sports are a busy weekend. Marketing guy. Right here is handsome and smart. What's the 50 days old in Kansas? Stay with us.
This is the legendary right here. If this man can talk when it tells stories, if you've had one, you probably got a story worth telling. Here's the 50 years of Military.
Oh, look, I'm bottomless. Just like bottomless apps for $9.99 at Buffalo Wild Wings. That's right, you can get bottomless mop sticks, fried pickles, and so much more for you and all your bottomless friends. Bottomless apps for $9.99 only at Vita.
The average dog only lives to be 10. Like a farmer's dog, we don't think that's all it comes to. That's why our unit gives them personalized preference. Because a dog at a healthy weight can live longer and very long.
The finest legion of fragrances are now exclusively available in Shawinigan stock. Our stock retains a limited collection with everything smell. Legion Limited Gold Fragrances are still unstoppable.
Gatorade has the #1 flavor for vitamins. Designed to hydrate and water. Made to rehydrate, replenish, and regain. So you can lose no sweat and turn it around.
Continue to grow. Remember, we're the pros that know how to make your business our business. Pros everywhere you want. With every part you need. From great bets to start your shop in Orange County, California. To oil filters for your food in Orange County, Florida. It's why we built a nationwide network of hubs of exceptional service. All driven by one mission. To keep businesses big, small, and everything in between. Full speed ahead. The fact that this recent ad showed up at this exact moment proves that your devices are listening to your stomach.
If you're happy, if you're happy, you'll see your next minutes, hours, and days to follow. No convincing you've got the sports at right now. You're standing on the edge of tomorrow.
Alright, hold on guys. I'll be right back. We'll start making some dinner. part of me that doesn't want to kind of start this game because I'm going to probably be eating within the next half an hour. But I also don't want to sit here and not do anything, sit on here on my phone.
So take a look at the five back, 2 players in the diamond, W and Summer League, and Swiatek to win the handily at Wimbledon against our American. It's Swiatek going to be having some strawberry and pasta? What's going on next? Are you mixing up strawberry? I don't know, but it's all like a not good dish. Yep, we would send it to our not hot ways. His teammate Tommy Haas could not be consoled. How about minor league baseball? Jacksonville jump up shrimp versus the Norfolk Tide. Loud crackling thunder causing the Tide's pitcher to walk, so the runner who was on third comes in to score for the jump up shrimp. Which was a sentence I never thought. I get scared of thunder and lightning like that. That's a bad beat there. Yeah. NBA Summer League number 2, Thunder Nets. Aaron Reynolds scored the ball. Good for you, Aaron. Unfortunately, that's wrong. Don't like to see that. I'm used to the best of us. I would probably do that, which is why I'm not a professional basketball champion. Okay, UEFA Women's European Championship, Germany, Denmark, watch this Danish player protect the ball in the hands of her own teammate, which will lead it to Germany's goal by Lena Müller. So that would be the game-winning goal. Germany won 2-1 off of, I don't know, an assist to the face? That is so brutal. Well, I don't know how we go from that to our high fives, which we are getting to Laker Luka Doncic. Popular live streamer Ludwig asked to defend his basketball bit recently, and Luka was not able to make it, but was able to send Ludwig this.
Hey Ludwig, I know how hard you work. Good luck in the tournament. I wish I could be there. Let's hang out. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Tyler, let's hang
It was
out.
fun hanging out with you, my friend. Great job.
Only a little awkward.
PTI anyway, for real. Party director left off. Friday sitting in the summer tone? What does that mean to you? So many points. Fire up the grill. Getting the kids on tomorrow. Hosting PTI with a back. Pablo Torre finds out, Mr. Pablo Torre. And we begin today by serving out the week of Wimbledon in the top spot. The gentlemen's semi-finals were played today. Top-seeded Jannik Sinner with Novak Djokovic in straight sets. Djokovic played with management comfort. Likely from the fall suffered the other day against Flavio Cavalli. The second-seeded defending champ Carlos Alcaraz lost a set, as is his passion. Competing a game competitive Taylor Fritz in 4 sets. Doing the final second tiebreak. Pablo, what is your reaction to these results? And who do you like in the final?
I like Alcaraz in the final, but I want to start with that stage of parents' discomfort. I just can't help but think of Novak Djokovic having discomfort befitting someone who must feel like a parent. When he's out there with these young guys.
Oh, let's go to the
with this, when it was obvious it was in a certain amount of pain, he actually, in the first couple of sets, when he looked listless here and there, he dropped the first 2 sets very tamely, and then after the second set, he had treatment from a trainer in a medical timeout on the court, and he comes back and he wins the first 3 games of the third set, including a break, and I think to myself, okay, he's good right now. He runs out of gas. He lost 5 games in a row to a superior player. He runs out of gas and he loses the set 6-4, and I'll go back to what was said at the beginning of the tournament, where Djokovic said, this may be my last best chance to get to 25 games. We're now at 38. And injury prone to agree over the last couple of years. It does not look like he's going to make it because Sinner and Alcaraz are that good. I mean, Taylor Fritz played great. Alcaraz was better. Every important point you said to yourself, I think Alcaraz is going to win this point. You know, I mean, you watch it for yourself. He's in a position now to win Wimbledon 3 times in a row. A three-peat. If he does that, here is who he joins. He joins Lauren Davis, Pete Sampras, Roger Federer, and Novak Djokovic. That's the elite level of tennis. And we are in the process of seeing 2 guys who may be a great, they're better than Duke. They may be a great rival.
I like to imagine that lounge that was described. Because historically speaking, I don't know the better athletes out there when it comes to the guys in that lounge. I'm curious, does this mean that you are moving into all-time status already? This is comfortable. If you say it,
yes. If he wins 3 straight Wimbledons, yes, absolutely. Bill's probably not even similar. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Another young guy, super flat, had something to do. Top of the draft row, 5-3, 5-1. All I finished with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. He said might have been one of the worst games of his entire life. So what stood out to you about the last day?
Okay, so let me digest myself very early on in my prejudices. Okay, I'm philosophically opposed to make something out of nothing. Some of the NBA games are nothing. NFL exhibition preseason games are nothing. They're just nothing. There is nothing short of Cooper Flag scoring 60 points that would in any way influence anything he does in his NBA career from this point. And by the way, unfortunately, most of the guys who are not going to ever play in the NBA. I think this is not a real game. This is a workout. So we're not going to take anything from it. But I did, and thank you for letting me get that off my chest. I did watch 15 or 20 minutes, and 2 things did stand out. One thing was, I'm not sure Cooper Flag handles the ball as well as he might think he does. Even guys like this are quicker and more physical on defense, and he's going to have to learn to protect the ball as he dribbles off the ball. That's one. The second thing is how live, L-I-C-H-T, how live Cooper Flag is. I mean, he soars that good. Like, when he completely stretches out, he looks like a pterodactyl. He's going to be very hard to guard.
Your last comment about this is
You know, Fran?
diversity about yourself.
No, like when I
I want to get to somebody, right? Because I think
I think enough to remember at this point, Mark Russell is impressive. I'm old enough to remember Ben Simmons impressive, right? Fellow knows the word even like this. I'm like, hey, we got something. And we got the smallest, vanishing gold game. But the thing you said, Cooper Flag out in the dribble, question is not that. Jason Kidd knows that. Jason Kidd's whole plan is he got the future. The future looks like 7 feet tall dribble. He wants 7-foot pistol American video. Cooper Flag is going to be thrown into a situation where he'll have every opportunity. Yeah. Is that best for him? That's fascinating to me.
No, I agree with that. I mean, if down the road, I think understanding the defending, you know, how quick they are to score games. But down the road, he's taking care of the team hungry. That worked out pretty well. Let's go to Jason. Last night's Yankees Seattle. Yankees were down 5-0. They were over it through 7 innings by Brian Hill. Jazz Chisholm Singles opened the 8th after a second-inning sac fly. Will came out with the score 5-1. Giancarlo Stanton hit a pinch hit home run to make it 5-2. The Yankees 5-8 and 5-5 in the 9th inning won it. 6-5 in the 10th on an Aaron Judge sac fly with a very close race. Pablo, what's the word you would use to describe this game?
Love spending this big money in your office. It reminds me of my childhood. This is a throwback. I used to Yankees rich and blessed, lucky and good. And this season is interesting. Yankees were 0-35, all here with trailing 2 games. Of course, I was pretty crazy with trailing like 2 games in the game this season. So it has been bad. Okay, this season has felt like, beginning of it was, postseason, let's get there. Feel confident. Now everything feels like a for sale something. I don't feel attached to anything necessarily. But this game, the much positive season, like, I just need a feeling like this because it's been so brutal for the last 2 months.
I know how much you like the Yankees, and I know how old you are. I'm double your age. So my word here is Yankees. And it's a hyphenated word. It's not a real word, but it should be. Because, Pablo, long before you were born, I watched the Yankees do this. My whole youth was spent watching the Yankees do great. Watching Mantle and Berra and Ford do great. Watching Maris and Kubek and Richardson do great. You know, watching them dominate the American League, and then, because you didn't have interleague play, dominate the National League team in the World Series. The Yankees won 27 World Series. The next team is the Cardinals with 11. That's domination, homie. This is what I saw as a kid, and I was a Mets fan, so I hated it. They had better players and more better players than everybody else had. And not only that, but when they traded for somebody or acquired somebody, that guy got better on the spot. Reggie Jackson was great in Oakland, greater with the Yankees. Don Larson couldn't beat anybody. He was 3-21 one year in Baltimore. Comes to the Yankees, goes a perfect game in the World Series. Yankees. That's what it is to me. Yankees.
This is a paleontology. You're taking me back historically farther than I can actually remember. I think most people can actually name any of those places. God bless.
Okay. Most people can. Later on, we'll talk about the Patty Group show. Let's take a break. Coming up, the Dodgers have lost 6 straight with the last 10 coaches. What's wrong?
You also asked me about Alex Bregman returning.
Right on, Sneaky Jerry.
But historically, the Yankees can win a game like this. Other teams don't.
The facial hair thing, they changed the rule. Now that we're on the continuity work.
Party interruption is brought to you by One a Day.
Welcome back to Papa John's. Quarter cut beef and a sweet egg burger sauce tastes better on our original dough making 6 simple ingredients. Feel the abundance. We got Papa John's pizza, our cheesy Schneider films in the original building for 6 Get 28 packs for $6.99 each. Better wings, better pizza. Top it down.
Quiet, please. The Macy's Championship tomorrow at 11 a.m.
What do you have for a convertible?
I got a minute. Here's what she does.
My response? They're right here.
We're here for it.
Yep, still here.
In my life, I'm always asking for favors. Just in case someone forgets my glass or you. I said, thanks, I'm good. Then I told them about Hotels.com. Members say with that kindness, how to explain a place like this? Then always messing away. Hotels.com. Members save up to 20% of hundreds of thousands of hotels. Did they? Okay.
Jack Daniels starts here. From pure cane spring water to the fires that create the sugar maple charcoal. Where every drop is melted into a smooth Tennessee whiskey. A whiskey we all know by name. Made by those who pour everything into the craft. For those pickers all over the world. That's what makes Jack, Jack.
The NFL Flag Championship are set. The next generation stars roll out in the 2-year Super Bowl of the summer. NFL Flag Championship, July 18th to 20th on ESPN, ABC, and more TV networks.
Let's get back into baseball with our great friend making his second appearance of the week, which will be a PTI record. ESPN MLB analyst Mr. Tim Perkins illustrated that the Dodgers are back on the field tonight against the second-place Giants. The Dodgers have lost 6 straight games. What is happening with them?
Yeah, this is pretty bad right now. It's an actual 43-10 during those 6 games. And against the Brewers, who are pretty good, by the way, the Dodgers went 1 for 18 with runners in scoring position. So all sorts of things are going wrong. But the biggest thing is, and no sympathy required, they had 15 pitchers on the disabled list, including 3/5 of their starting rotation. And now Max Muncy is being one of their hottest hitters. He's on the injured list also, and yet the Dodgers are still 5 games ahead in a pretty good division. So once they get healthy, I have every faith in them that they will be the best team in baseball going into October. But right now, they got to get healthy first, and I got to start to get some hits and runs in scoring.
And the Dodgers in position to go. Red Sox and go out ready. Yeah, that's not why. Seemed the right quadrant this man. He could walk on that quad after the season. You think the Red Sox might let that happen? Let him go.
Well, he can opt out of the contract. Scott Boras is his agent, so that is always a possibility. But I don't see them trading him for fear of that opt-out because, as you said, they won 7 games in a row. They're back in the wild card race. They're back in the division race. Suddenly, they look like a dangerous team. So I think the most likely
said a couple of weeks ago that the Dodgers have 15 pitchers. He said 15 pitchers, and that's a lot. They really get you out of here on this. The Major League Draft is this Sunday. Now, baseball draft is they have a longer gestation period than NBA draftees and NFL draft. But are there any reasons we should know? And I'm particularly interested in this because my staggering, stumbling Washington Nationals, I believe, have the first overall pick.
Right. The guy I think you should keep an eye on is Ethan Holiday, who, of course, is the brother of Jackson Holiday, leadoff hitter for the Phillies. And the son of Matt. Ethan is a high school league shortstop. He has the highest ceiling from almost everyone I talk to in this draft. There's a chance someday he's going to be a 35 to 40 home run guy. And even though people think someday he might have to move to a corner position, third base or first base, he's a shortstop right now. Ray has minimized in the big leagues now. Positioning is done by the data more than anything else. I think he's going to stay a shortstop for a while. And the Nationals have been known over the years, at least when Mike Rizzo was there, to go with the highest ceiling with the number one pick.
Obviously, Sunday, let's take one last break. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay? Tim is here so often, I think you want to have a fun game more. Let's take one last break. When we come, we're racing here. It's such a new month. The fastest pitch of the season.
If people have a problem, then roll two.
What exactly is the problem with it? You can buy the twins. What is it? Come on now. We're sanctioning a friend of this for you.
Tonight on SportsCenter at 6 Eastern, Charles Barkley joins the show to talk all things NBA offseason. Impressions of Cooper Flag and what should Giannis do on the run. Plus, 50 States in 50 Days rolls into games. Kevin and Gandhi hanging out with the guys from Dude Perfect. And Nick Clark and the Fever are addressing their offensive struggles. SportsCenter, 6 Eastern on ESPN.
Parker Brake Tools keep getting better with time. Better performance, better durability, better value. Come on in and see for yourself. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Oh, that is a delicious looking orange slice. You know, that's actually my son's slice. Go ahead, you can take it back.
When life calls for more, Mazda answers. With more adventure, more grace, and confidence. The Mazda CX-50, assembled in America, and the Mazda CX-5. Discover more with the Mazda Summer Sales Event. Current inventory remains unaffected by new tariffs.
Take advantage of one of these exceptional offers during the More to Move You sales event. Two, please.
And 3, redeem capital on safe card. 3% cash back on that. 3% cash back on salt. 3% cash back on sweet. Whoa, yeah. Yeah, I'm in this one. All right, 3% cash back. Perfect delivery.
Your favorite movies and shows together. Here's Disney Plus as Hulu. Your favorites together. Disney Plus as Hulu.
Can't believe these are on sale.
Why don't we give them a call? Get 7 days of big deals. Target for 50 is that. Your shipping manager left to find themselves. If you lost, you need to hire. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. Sponsored jobs on Indeed are 2.5 times faster at first hire. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Welcome back to Papa John's. Quarterfinal reconnection. Anything else?
After my cancer diagnosis, I was scared and desperate for information. Fortunately, my oncologist told me about the Outcomes for Me app. Outcomes for Me is like having your own team of cancer experts 24/7. I get personalized treatment options, tools to manage my care and symptoms, and a community of people going through the exact same thing as me. Oncologist approved and always free prescriptions. Go to outcomesforme.com to download your free app now.
Everything comes out amazing.
And literally takes like we just came out of a restaurant. This is incredible. This is the lifestyle. Discover the only system of chef-crafted meals. Smart FM and app makes cooking as simple as scanning a QR code. With Tomorrow, you can easily explore a wide array of meals, carefully crafted by talented chefs. It's like, well, magic. No mess, no prep, just effortless meals that are ready to go. Discover the magic of Tomorrow today.
Happy 27th birthday tomorrow, St. Regis AJTRIP. Canada native was drafted 11th overall by the Charlotte Hornets in 2018. Hornets traded into the Clippers on draft day. Regis AJTRIP played 1 season with the Clippers, averaging nearly 11 points a game. The Clippers then traded him to Oklahoma City.
What's this? What's this?
A movie about how Mott's no sugar added applesauce pouches are made using real apples.
Ooh. Wait, is this a horror movie?
Don't go in there! Oh, happy ending.
Roller coaster of emotions, dude.
Mott's. Real apples
Make real good applesauce.
Waddle and Sylvie, we get a chance to talk to Mark Burley, my favorite pitcher,
yeah,
my favorite White Sox.
He's my favorite White Sox as well.
So it's a big day here at Wright Field, and it's a big weekend celebrating the 05 reunion weekend, the 2005 20th anniversary of the World Series champions. We will cover the White Sox. Jesse Rogers will stop by as well. But we have huge Bears news from earlier today, Abdallah. Sources tell ESPN and Adam Schefter that the Bears have extended GM Ryan Poles. He has agreed to a 3-year contract extension, which will now run until the end of the 2029 season. It's a 5-year deal because it's tacking on 3 to the 2 they previously had. And now Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson are both under contract until the end of the 2029 seasons for the next 5 seasons. So Ryan Poles gets a new deal from the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I think that there's a couple conversations you can have about this. One, I think that we kind of all knew that this was going to happen. Kevin Warren loves Ryan Poles and thinks that Ryan Poles is the right man for the job. And so this was coming, and if you do think that your GM is the right man for the job, the right thing to do is to tie him to your new head coach, so there isn't all this speculation about, well, are they going to move on from Ryan Poles? What does Ben Johnson think of Ryan Poles? All this kind of stuff. Because I don't think Ben Johnson would have taken the job if he knew and he didn't get along with Ryan Poles and was going to have to work with him for the next 1 to 2 years. So the other conversation, Chris, is Ryan Poles has really done nothing to deserve an extension. He hasn't. They won 3 games 2 years ago. They won 5 games last year. He is responsible up until this year for one of the worst offensive lines, as a former offensive lineman, for one of the worst offensive lines in the NFL. He by no means deserves an extension for failing into he got lucky he needed help to get the #1 pick to get Caleb Williams, who we still don't know is or is not going to be a star in the league. Sure, you got Ben Johnson, you landed Ben Johnson. I put that on Kevin Warren and George McCaskey that went out there and got Ben Johnson to be the coach of the Bears. And sure, Ben, he might have had a hand in it. Of course, they have to work together. But in looking at what Ryan Poles has accomplished as a GM, he doesn't deserve this extension. But because of the new head coach, you see why he got it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like there are definitely, I can imagine without even going on social media, that there's going to be 2 paths of reaction from fans on this. There's going to be people who are over the top celebrating because, we got our guy, Poles is going to cook for us, and all this absolute garbage that they like to do on social media. And then there are people who are realists and they say, well, sir, you won 5 games last year and now you're rebuilding for a second time, even though you were the guy that rebuilt the team that couldn't win anything in the first place. You had to fire a coach which you held on to too long, and now you have the right guy. But what about how we got to this point? Like at the end of the day, he could be right. We could have the quarterback, the coach, players in position. This roster, I think, will be good. I think they'll be competing for a playoff spot this season. So, like, you can give a lot of credit to Ryan Poles, but then again, on the same exact thought, he hasn't proven anything to deserve a contract extension. And I think that, honestly, to me, it puts a lot of pressure on Ryan Poles, which means they have to win this year. You don't get a contract extension, you don't get all this stuff, and it's like, okay, let's ease into it. Hopefully in 2 or 3 years we're competing for the playoffs. No. With the contract extension now for Ryan Poles, you have to win this upcoming season.
Yeah,
that's the way I look at it.
No, I agree with you. I don't necessarily think it's playoffs or bust, though. I don't think that you have to, tie anything, because obviously he's not on the hot seat, right?
But here's how he becomes someone who is on the hot seat. If they struggle again this year, and if the coach isn't the guy, and you're not seeing the improvement from a 5-win team when everything was set up and you were extended, people are not going to be happy.
No, of course not. Of course not. But if they win 9 games and don't make the playoffs, I'm not going to hold that against Ryan Poles because they're still trending in the right direction, right? Maybe the next year is the year that they make the playoffs after that. So I do also believe that you can learn from your mistakes as a first-time GM. Ryan Pace didn't learn from his mistakes, and he was out of a job with the Bears. And hopefully Ryan Poles has learned from his mistakes, from trying to draft guys and hold on for them for too long like Velus Jones, for making trades for guys that you end up having to cut because they're a problem in the locker room, for going out and not listening to people on your staff and saying, do not sign Nate Davis. He doesn't like to work. He's not productive. He's not going to be good for the team. And you just ignoring them and going out and doing it anyway. I think now if you look at how they drafted, Ben Johnson had a lot of input on this draft. I would also say that Ben Johnson had a lot of input on what they did in free agency, looking at how they built the offensive line and how they went about that. And also Dennis Allen, former head coach, having a lot of influence on what they did defensively. So I think that it can be the dreaded word collaboration. It can be a true collaboration between these guys, and they can get better, right? Like, you always are going to get 2 coaches, and he did. He got his second coach, and it's Ben Johnson. And I don't think it would have been in the best interest of the team still to go into a lame duck season with a lame duck GM, because then we're doing this all again, right? Everybody's complaint is, well, you never hire them at the same time. You always hire the GM, and then a year later you're firing the coach and then hiring a new coach. And then you fire the GM, but they're still a coach, and then you hire a GM, and he's not going to want the coach, so that's a lame duck coach. Now at least we have a 5-year plan between the 2 guys, and if it doesn't work in the next 4 years, 5 years, they're both out.
Well, yeah, that's like, and I don't think that's likely, and no. I'm not trying to be too harsh on it. And if you want to join us, Black and Abdallah, we're in for Waddle and Sylvie today. You can call us at 312-332-3776. I'm just looking at the facts that are in front of us. The Bears have gone 15-36 with Ryan Poles as GM. 0 playoff appearances. Last year fired his head coach, so he's on to the second one. I don't think it's going to go south. I think they're going to be good. I think they have the head coach. I think the quarterback is the guy. It's just fascinating to me that a guy who's only won 15 games as GM and in the amount of time that he's been here is getting an extension. That's it. That's all I'm pointing to. Well, I don't think, I think that they have found the right people.
Yeah.
It's just they're rewarding mediocrity.
Well,
and it's not even mediocrity. It's bottom of the barrel. This team has finished last in the division every year that Poles has been here.
And if what you believe is true and happens, what's the difference between giving it to him now and giving it to him at the end of the year? Like, I know you can say, oh, well, it's more warranted at the end of the year because they end up winning 8 or 9 games, so that makes the difference. Okay, so if you're going to, we all know going into this, they were never going to fire Ryan Poles. They weren't going to do it this offseason. Kevin Warren is in charge, and he likes Ryan Poles. So you can scream about it to whatever show you're listening to on this radio station until you're blue in the face. They were not going to fire Ryan Poles. That was never going to be an option. So he went out, they got their guy, they got Ben Johnson, and hopefully they do collaborate or whatever you want to call it, and Ryan Poles goes out there and hopefully they're not worrying about a top 10 draft pick and whether or not they're going to make that mistake. Hopefully they're not, we're not talking about a 5-win team when we get to January at the end of the season. Ideally, you and I both believe they're going to be a 9-win team. They should have a shot at the playoffs, and that would warrant an extension at the end of the year anyway. So they just went about it and did it now. I don't think this was a secret that this was going to happen. I think we all knew this was going to happen, and to me, it just makes sense that you line him up with Ben Johnson, because now you do have the out, right? Like, you have the out as an organization that if even in 4 years, you can pay guys for a year not to work. In 4 years, if we know that this isn't it, you move on, and we're cleaning house, and we're doing this whole thing again where you're getting a new quarterback, you're getting a new GM, and you're getting a new head coach. And that's like worst case scenario, right? Like, best case scenario is what we laid out, that they're going to win 9 and hopefully have a run at the playoffs.
Yeah, and the best case scenario is that they're good, right? And the moves that he made in the offseason proved to be true, and the Bears win football games, and that's really all that matters. It's just interesting to me when you look at the accomplishments and what you see from Ryan Poles to this point. That's just something that I saw when I saw the news and the breaking news from earlier today, this afternoon. Adam Schefter, the Chicago Bears and GM Ryan Poles have agreed to a 3-year extension. He had 2 years left on his deal, so now he's at 5 years as Bears GM, and he's locked in with Ben Johnson.
See, when I saw the news, I thought that there was always like a secret extension that had already been done. The way Ryan Poles was talking about, or not talking about, his contract during the press conferences at the end of the year, during the draft, how he wouldn't, talk about it, and how Kevin Warren wouldn't talk about it. It's kind of like how the Bulls operate, where like, they have extensions, just tell us they have extensions, just stop keeping it a secret, just tell us.
And Courtney Cronin's article on ESPN.com points that out, that ESPN first reported the Bears' plan to extend Poles during the 2025 offseason in January.
Yeah.
So it is something that's been a part of the conversation. We didn't hear about it, and then now it has happened. And I wonder how Bears fans feel. I'm guessing most are excited and pumped up for this upcoming season.
For the season.
Yeah, but this goes into the hype and the excitement of year 1 with Ben Johnson, year 2 with Caleb.
I think that if Bears fans, if you put it on the poll, and a majority of Bears fans would have said,
don't put anything on my poll.
A majority of Bears fans would have said, wait the year and see how this plays out. And if it doesn't work, if the guys that he signed are bad, if the trades fall flat and you've got a bunch of duds, that you traded for, then you don't extend him, you fire him, you work with Ben Johnson to find a GM that he wants to work with. That's what I think a majority of the people, and the people that can call us at 312-332-3776 would say. I don't believe we're going to get a lot of people that are like, hell yeah, let Poles cook.
I gotta laugh. I laughed so hard the other day when I heard this. Tyler Aki's back at the ESPN 1000 studios with Justin Pottinger. They're producing the show. They're in the shop, 190 North State Street. I laughed so hard the other day when Jesse was in for Sylvie, and Jesse asked to have you put it on the poll, Tyler, and your response was, you put it on the poll.
That one got rave reviews.
That was awesome.
That's why I said if. I didn't want to get yelled at by Tyler, so that's why I said if you were to put it on the poll.
It was great. I was listening, and I'm sure many other people who were listening to the show at that time all laughed the way that I laughed, because it was absolutely funny. That's what we have now, and we look at the Bears situation, and the Bears now extend Ryan Poles through 2029. We'll take your phone calls. We go to line 1. Mark in Lincoln Park. You're on ESPN 1000. What's up, Mark?
What's up, Adam, Chris? How are you guys today? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Chris, I think you did a great job presenting both sides of that. I was shocked, kind of like you, that he got the extension when I saw it. But I get marrying up the head coach and the GM. But to your point, Adam, I really think it should have been after this season. What he did with the wide receiver from Pittsburgh, where we gave up a number 2, the tackle that didn't work out, the offensive guy. There's too many misses for Poles. Now, he inherited a mess from Ryan Pace, but he's 15-36, Chris. Like you said, that does not merit a 5-year extension. I know it's 3 more years off of what he's got, but
yeah.
I don't see it. I would have waited this year. Like, I get your point, Adam. Warren loves Poles. I get they're married up. But, dude, his performance is so poor at 15 and 36, and the mistakes he's made. And the number ones he got did fall into our lap. But, you know, I'm with you, Chris. It's a great, you can see both sides of that argument, but I would have waited a year for sure.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Mark.
Yeah, sorry.
Absolutely. No, appreciate the phone call. And Mark makes a good point. What is the rush to have waited until after the season when you know they're a playoff team? You know they're on the rise. You know that you have the head coach. Well, you know, you and I were on there yesterday talking about it. It's not out of the realm of possibility that Ben Johnson doesn't work out.
Oh, yeah.
I would bet that it does.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be really good. And I think the Bears have their guy finally.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing is guaranteed.
No, but I do think that part of the courting of Ben Johnson was what Courtney reported and how this was done in January, right? Like, if you go back and find the exact date that Courtney reported it, I'm assuming, and I probably shouldn't be doing this, that report was before they hired Ben Johnson. So if I'm a prospective head coach, I want to know what's going on. Is this going to be the guy that I have to work with for the next 5 years? Is this what I'm tying my first time coaching in the NFL, that I might not get another shot at this? Like other Bears head coaches, go through them. Mark Trestman, Matt Nagy, the other offensive guys, they might not get another shot at being a head coach. Mark Trestman's definitely not getting another head shot. Matt Nagy might get another shot at being a head coach. But for the most part, like, Eberflus isn't going to get another shot at being a head coach. So if this doesn't work with Ben Johnson, I want to know coming in, is this going to be the guy, or do I just have to put up with this for a year and then you're bringing in another guy? And if they met with Ryan Poles, and if Ben Johnson met with Ryan, like, this is the whole thing, right? We all believe that Ben Johnson is the guy. We all believe this is the guy that everybody wanted. Some people could have wanted Vrabel, whatever, but this is the guy that everyone agreed was the best guy out there. The entire NFL agreed that this was the best guy out there. If he says that he can work with Ryan Poles, don't we kind of have to trust him?
Yeah, I think so. And I also think a part of that combination is that Ben Johnson had influence on the moves that were made in the offseason. Mm-hmm. And Ryan Poles, give him credit, being allowed to release some of the command and take advice from someone from an outside organization who has had success to bring in his thoughts and kind of pair that up with what he was doing. Because to this point, you can't tell me what Ryan Poles has done to this point has worked.
No,
it hasn't. They've only won 15 games while he's been the GM.
No.
They've lost 36, I think is the number. I give him, so do you see my point? Like, for what he tried to accomplish, it did not work. So taking advice from someone else and being able to use that person to help them, I think is something you do have to give them credit for.
Yeah, like
being able to pivot that.
Well, like, I give Kevin Warren and George McCaskey a lot of credit for doing something the Bears have never done before, which is firing a head coach in the middle of the season they did with Matt Eberflus. But the negative of that is Ryan Poles and this organization was so bad that they did something they've never done before in the history of the organization and had to fire a head coach mid-season. Now, others have been warranted to be fired mid-season. The Bears, that's just something that they don't do. And now that they have new leadership in charge with Kevin Warren, they did that, and they went out and they got their guy in Ben Johnson. So, again, yeah, you can be upset. You can think that it's unwarranted. This is what it is, and I keep going back to, look, if these are the guys that Ben Johnson wants, and this is like, this is what everybody wanted. So if Ben Johnson is saying, I can work with this guy, I like this guy as being my GM, I want him to be here, we're going to draft together, we're going to scout, all that kind of stuff, then we got to let Ben Johnson cook if we're going to let Ryan Poles cook, right?
Yeah.
You got to let Ben Johnson cook. Put the chef hat on. They can be like
yeah, he's the coach. He will.
They could be like Drake and Future in that video where they're both in the kitchen.
Okay. Black Abdallah in for Waddle and Sylvie here on ESPN 1000, the ESPN Chicago app. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm going with it. Sure.
You haven't seen the video?
I got you.
Thank you.
Tyler's got it? Okay.
It wasn't for you. It was for the youth.
We're in for Waddle and Sylvie today, and the Village of Bedford Park and Wintrust Sports Complex are proud to sponsor the 4th annual Max Strus Youth Basketball Camp at Amos Alonzo Stagg High School in Palos Hills, July 14th to the 17th. Max Strus currently starts for the Cleveland Cavaliers, a hometown native of Hickory Hills. Started the Max Strus Family Foundation, dedicated to strengthening the communities where he's played, including Miami, Cleveland, and Chicago. Register now at maxstrusfamilyfoundation.com.org or maxstrusfamilyfoundation.org. So that's maxstrusfamilyfoundation.org. It's a pretty cool event if you've got a kid that wants to play basketball. I mean, Max Strus from the area, awesome basketball player, playing for the Cavs now, three-point specialist, 3-and-D guy, Abdallah's favorite.
Might be reunited with LeBron at some point here in the offseason.
When we look, and I want to talk to you about that if we have time tonight, because the article on ESPN.com from Ramona Shelburne and Brian Windhorst painting the picture of LeBron James in his pity party because the Lakers are prioritizing Luka Doncic and what he wants is just so on brand for LeBron James. So on brand. And the direct quotes and the stories about the Lakers meeting with Luka after the season and LeBron not being invited to the dinner and for LeBron and why what we saw from LeBron, the statement that he released through Rich Paul when he picked up his player option for the $53 million, the reason he wrote what he wrote in that statement is because he wasn't invited to the dinner that the Lakers had with Luka Doncic to talk about the future of the team.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
He just wanted to go share a steak, man.
Yes, but you're right. Maybe LeBron can go play with Max Strus in Cleveland. But we'll get to that in just a little bit. 8 days away from Bears training camp when the rookies report. So we are the week away, essentially. It's next Saturday. And the rookies will report up at Hallis Hall, and we are off and running. And I think, like what we've painted with this entire conversation about the Ryan Poles extension, is that there is a lot of excitement for this team. And I think this team is going to be really good, and they're going to improve on what we saw last year. And I'm thrilled to get to next week and to start breaking down some football and what we see from practice.
Yeah, you want to see guys on the field. You want to see them with the pads on. You want, like, now it's football season. For all intents and purposes, you got a week and summer's over. Like, I know it's going to be hot and out there, but it's football season starting next Saturday, and I think it's good to get to this point, and I'm interested to see what they do. You know, like everybody's all on Twitter and all on Instagram over that clip from quarterback that was going around yesterday about how the Lions came up with the stumble bum play, and like I watched it, and my initial thought wasn't like they got us, they got the Bears, poor TJ Edwards. Oh man, poor TJ. My first thought was, this is our guy. Ooh, okay. This is the guy that we got now. Like, cause it's. I understand that the Bears have had, and this is why I think some people are reserved with their expectations and saying, "Well, I want to see it first." It's because we've been tricked before with Mark Trestman. We've been tricked with Matt Nagy, and these guys. I know it's different because Ben Johnson is called plays, and he's like supposed to be the offensive guru, and like this guy. But I think there are some fans that have tempered their expectations just because they've been tricked before, they've fallen in love before, and it ends up in a 3-win season or it ends up in a 5-win season, and they want to see it again and actually see results before they fully buy in. I'm fully bought in. You're fully bought in.
Yeah.
We think that this guy's the guy. We think that Caleb's the guy, and I'm excited to see him develop more of a chemistry with Roma Dunze. I'm excited to see what DJ Moore can do with a new offense, with a real offensive coordinator. I'm excited to see what Colston Loveland brings, what Cole Kmet brings. I want this new offensive line. I'm excited. Like, I'm excited to see a new offensive line. Like, I want to see the beef up there and what that's going to look like. And actually, I know it's going to be practice, so nothing's really, you're not going to see anything really go wrong. Like, the offense is going to have good days, the defense is going to have good days. But I do think that this does have a different feel to it. And I know we say that every year. This does, honestly, like, you have to admit, even the most pessimistic and jaded of Bears fans have to admit, this
it feels good.
Go around does feel different.
312-332-3776. Black and Abdal, we are in for Waddle and Sylvie. Hopefully, we talk to Mark Burley coming up next.
You're in the middle of the Waddle and Sylvie Show, ESPN Chicago.
Chicago White Sox baseball. Do you believe?
Len Casper and Darren Jackson bring you the call of White Sox and Guardians.
Live coverage begins today at 6:30 on ESPN Chicago, the home of the White Sox. Now backed by the power of the Pope.
Guys, did you know it's Black Friday in July at Steinhoffel's? And the deals are hotter than ever. Save 10% store-wide, then get amazing deals like a Beauty Sleep mattress for only $3.99 and an outdoor sectional for just $9.89. Plus, check out new items like solid wood panel beds and made-in-America dining tables. Make shopping easier with Steinhoffel's 18-month, 0% interest financing. Steinhoffel's is Chicagoland's furniture and mattress leader. It's where we go for all of our furniture, and soon they're coming to Maryville, Indiana, so get ready. Shop in-store at steinhoffels.com.
1. Some say it's the loneliest number, but when one is a collection of many, one can stand for all. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois is one company serving their communities across one country for nearly 90 years. And as they continue to empower whole person health with compassion and innovation, one member at a time, Blue Cross looks forward to keeping you and the ones you love at the center of everything they do. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all.
Hi, I'm Dr. Yates, the most experienced FUE hair restoration surgeon in the Midwest. My patients are men, women, young and old with all hair types. I lost my hair in my 20s. I tried everything. I know what works for each individual, and when you see me, you will have exceptional natural results. I know you have many choices, but go where all the doctors go for hair restoration, where experience and expertise matters, not just the bottom line. Visit DrYatesHairScience.com.
Time now for ESPN Chicago's Sports Business Minute, brought to you by your Chicagoland BMW centers. From Crane Chicago Business, here's Danny Ecker.
The weather was far better, but fewer people watched it on TV. The third annual running of the NASCAR Chicago Street Race on Sunday drew an average of 2.1 million viewers on TNT and True TV, according to Nielsen data. That was down from 3.9 million last year and 4.6 million for the inaugural race, though both of those were on NBC. That's the viewership backdrop of an event that was meant to be a commercial for Chicago and expose NASCAR to a broader audience. It's all part of the ongoing discussion between city officials and the racing circuit about whether to execute a mutual 2-year extension option now that their initial 3-year contract is done. Mayor Johnson said he may be interested in it, particularly if the race could be moved to a non-holiday weekend, though NASCAR has little flexibility with its schedule. For the Crane Sports Business Minute, I'm Denny Ecker.
Summer's meant to be wide open, and with BMW, nothing stands between you and the road ahead. The BMW X3 makes every journey effortless with xDrive and expansive cargo space. The plug-in hybrid X5 moves through summer without limits, combining uncompromising power and electric adaptability. And the all-electric i4, sporty, sleek, and unmistakably BMW. Find your ultimate driving machine now at the BMW Summer Sales Event. Hurry in for exceptional offers now through July 31st.
He is the best American-born hockey player of all time, a 3-time Stanley Cup champion with the Chicago Blackhawks. ESPN Chicago is proud to announce the return of Patrick Kane for a truly special day, Friday, August 8th, a day that matches his coveted number 88.
Let's hear from number 88.
Kaner will be everywhere, just as he was on the ice, including a youth hockey clinic at Johnny's Ice House West at 9 a.m. And you can purchase tickets for an exclusive autograph signing at the Chicago Sports Museum at 11:30. Or a very special Q&A event at Morgan MFG at 6:30. All tickets for events can be purchased at Eventbrite. Just search Patrick Kane.
What's up, Chicago?
Friday, 8/8. Celebrate the legend number 88, Patrick Kane.
Follow Chicago's Home for Sports on Twitch at ESPN 1000 Chicago. Waddle and Sylvie are back on Chicago's Home for Sports, ESPN Chicago.
It's Waddle and Sylvie here on ESPN 1000. Chris Black, Adam Abdallah filling in for the guys today. We are broadcasting live from Wright Field. We're at the patio hanging out. Took in game 1 of today's action. Cleveland wins 4-2. We're waiting game 2. 6:30 pregame right here on ESPN 1000 with Jeff Miller, the White Sox and the Guardians. But the story today is that Mark Burley's statue will be revealed. We're actually at the patio right now. I believe the statue is like right above us.
It is.
On the concourse in the outfield.
I'm not saying we should do this, but if we wanted to heist the statue, we would have to drill through the ceiling right here, drop the statue down, and then we could get out with it.
You realize the SWAT teams are going to come after us now.
Yeah,
now
well,
that you put that out there.
I'm just saying, like that's. I'm just saying that's how close we are in relation.
It's right above us.
To it, yes.
Here in the patio. So when you get to the stadium later tonight, stop on by, say hello to us. I know they're going to open the doors at about 5:45, and then the statue reveal will be at 6:45. And then first pitch at 7:10 tonight. Len and DJ will have to call the game right here on ESPN 1000. Abdallah, let's continue with the phone calls on the Bears at 312-332-3776. We go to Jim in Harvey. You're on ESPN 1000. What's up, Jim?
Hey, guys. Hope you're having a great day.
Wonderful day.
On ESPN Wednesday night, a little bit after 8 o'clock, and you can probably look up who the commentators were. The conversation was actually about Scott Frost and his move from Nebraska to Central Florida, and he was saying how, you know, he didn't really want to go to Nebraska in the first place, except that it's his alma mater and that it was a better fit for him at Central Florida.
Sure.
So they moved on to using, they went on to use an example from the NFL, and they said Ben Johnson is not a good fit for the Bears because he can't win a division title in 3 years. I wanted to get your reaction to that.
Yeah, and that's a fair point, Jim. Thanks for the phone call. Yeah, Scott Frost failed at Nebraska. Now they're doing a little bit better under Matt Rule. But yeah, Frost goes back to Florida, and he had success previously, and he's doing a little bit better now. That's interesting. I
disagree because
I don't think so.
I don't think he's going to win the division this year, but I do see a division in a little bit of flux right now. I do think that the Lions will suffer a little bit because of losing both of their coordinators. They lost 2 offensive linemen, and we saw what I keep saying. Look at the Eagles a few years ago when they lost both their coordinators. They regressed. The Packers, I don't think Jordan Love's the guy. Like he's fine. He's a fine quarterback.
How will the fit not be right? It's if Caleb isn't the guy.
Caleb isn't the guy. Yeah,
right?
That's the only issue. And
because
then,
Ben Johnson made something out of Jared Goff.
And we don't know what JJ McCarthy's going to look like under the Vikings. So we know they're going to have a good defense, but nobody knows what JJ McCarthy's going to look like in the NFL because we haven't seen a single snap. So I think that right now, obviously Jared Goff is the best quarterback in the division. Caleb Williams is third because we don't know what J.J. McCarthy is, and you can argue he had more yards than Jordan Love last year, so you can argue which was the better quarterback. Obviously Jordan Love had the better record, but I don't see why in a couple years here, with a few years under their belts together, why Caleb can't become the best quarterback in the division.
Yeah, and I also think like the one thing that you look at some head coaches who have had a lot of success in the NFL, some of those guys were not great in their first stop. And legendary coaches, Belichick, Carroll, there are multiple examples of guys when they get to the second spot, it is a better fit. Some of that, though, has to do with the players and has to do with the quarterback. And I think that would be the situation here. I think right now, it seems like it's a perfect fit. Time will tell based on what Jim's call is saying is that Scott Frost, when he first got to Lincoln, Nebraska, thought it was a great fit.
It is a tough
It's always a honeymoon period whenever you get that new job, but I think this is going to be the spot, and I think it's going to work.
It's a tough division. Everybody knows that. But I don't see why in this tough division, in a couple years, the Bears can't come out on top. Just because it's a tough division doesn't mean it's not winnable for the Bears in a couple years. You see teams go from worst to first all the time. There are people already writing that the Bears could be one of those candidates to go from worst to first this year. It's a long shot, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. I certainly think they can make a run at making the playoffs, and I certainly think they can make a run at winning 9 games. So I don't see why anybody would think that this can't work out and he's never going to win a division here.
Yeah, I think that's possible. 312-332-3776. Black and Abdal in for Waddle and Sylvie today. You know, taking in the first game, Abdal, White Sox Guardians, game 1, Cleveland wins 4-2. Jack and I walked the concourse, saw the sights, and we smelled the smells of the ballpark. The best in baseball.
Oh, yeah.
The onions on the grill, that smell hits you when you walk into the concourse. It is the best smell in all of baseball. When you showed up, you got some dogs.
I did.
Jack got a dog earlier. You guys both got some hot dogs here at the ballpark.
Absolutely got some hot dogs.
I would like some reviews. How were the hot dogs?
It was a pretty good hot dog. Yeah, my comment to Jack was they burned the crap out of my hot dog.
Oh no!
In a good way.
Oh, okay.
Like it had that char on it.
I love that.
Oh,
I love
yeah,
the char on
awesome.
the dog.
It was awesome.
Did you get the Comiskey dog that they have, which is basically the Chicago dog? I think.
No, I just got a hot dog.
Oh, okay.
And I put my own stuff on it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But
One of them
what I did appreciate is the stand with the mustard. They do have ketchup, obviously, but with the mustard, the relish, the onions, everything, they have a little shaker of celery salt.
Of course.
So it had a little shake on there.
Of course, it's the ballpark.
Absolutely. So I love the food here. It's the best. It's some of the best in baseball. It's, you know, if the play on the field isn't the best, the atmosphere is always top notch when you come to games here.
Do you think they'll let me do a to-go dog?
I did see a sign that said you're not allowed to take food out of this area.
Oh, really?
So probably not.
Yeah,
you can try.
Well, I mean, not to give you some bad ideas, but I mean, you just put it like in your pockets or in your shirt or something, and you just walk up.
Well, I'm not going to put it in my shirt.
You got a backpack.
The hot dog in the shirt?
Put it in the backpack.
I could put it in the backpack. You're right.
Never done a pocket dog?
No, I've not done a pocket dog. No, but yeah, you guys are right. I can put it in the backpack.
Yeah,
why not?
Put it in the backpack.
I mean, that's a great.
It's in foil.
I mean, I'm going to get on the red line, and then you know, so like I could just have a hot dog on the CTA. What's the problem with that?
By yourself.
There's nothing wrong with that.
At the Roosevelt stop.
We've had a great day at the ballpark.
Yeah.
This has been a wonderful day.
Yeah, Jack saw future Cubs closer close out the game here for the Guardians.
Oh, Emmanuel Clase?
Yeah, Emmanuel Clase.
Well, so
he was like a foot away from
We're
it.
here in the patio, and so you can watch the Guardians in the bullpen warm up. And Clase, when he was warming up, popping the mitt. The mitt was popping.
Throws hard.
Oh,
He'd be nice to have.
You see that, Abdallah?
For the Cubs.
Did you
should have
hear
sent
it?
him a Cubs hat.
You
Like, here, just so you have it ready.
You could hear it. When he started pitching, you could tell it was a little faster velo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right there.
And you know, I'm excited for today, for the statue unveiling, for the celebration of the 2005 team. It's cool to go back and watch all the videos and watch all the things. I know you and I both started at the radio station here around that time.
Yeah.
So like that team, like I remember being here for those games with the radio station. Like it's a lot of fun, and to go back and watch those videos and just how special that team was. And we hope to talk to Mark Burley about it. Like we saw something in that team that you will never ever see again. You will never see. You might never see one complete game in the playoffs, let alone 2 complete games, let alone 3, 4 complete games in a row in the playoffs. You will never, ever see that again. And I don't know why they're not talked about among the best teams in playoff history. They lost 1 game.
Yeah, you're right. And some of that, I think, has to do with a lack of a true, from the outside, nationwide superstar. Like here in Chicago, we talked about it. You know, tonight is about Mark Burley getting his statue. He's my absolute favorite White Sox pitcher. He's my favorite player. He's someone that we watch here in the city and we respected, where, you know, you get the national perspective and it felt like people maybe didn't give the same respect to that 05 White Sox team. Let's get on out to the Yingling hotline and welcome in Mark Burley. It's Black and Abdallah talking to Burley right here on ESPN 1000. Mark, congratulations. Thanks for taking some time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you very much.
Have you seen the statue?
I've seen it. The last time I saw it was at Sox Fest. We had to come up. We kind of had it all molded out of the clay, and they were kind of getting the final approval touches on it, I guess, and then they were going to frame it out and then send that off to actually make it into the statue part. So pretty much the last time whenever Soccer Fest was, January, February, whenever that was, last time.
Did you have any influence on it before they started to put it together?
Yeah, I mean, they sent or showed a bunch of pictures and kind of thrown some ideas out there, and kind of, you know, wasn't just me. I mean, I had a say so, or, you know, I could have, I guess, said no at the end of the day, but that's a bunch of people threw their minds together and chose what we thought would kind of be best fitting for not just my career and what I meant for Chicago, and just kind of everything. It's not just like one significant thing that I'm kind of known for. I think it's kind of a combination of everything.
So you're back here at the ballpark. It's 20-year anniversary of the World Series, the 05 team. A bunch of the guys are back here. Saw you on TV with Ozzy a little bit ago. What's going through your mind as you reminisce about that team from 20 years ago?
Seeing how fat and old and gray-haired everybody is. And it's like I said, I told them, like, you know, when I was playing, they would have old-timer days, and you'd see some of these old-time guys come out there on the field, and, you know, you see them, and I'm like, man, look how old those guys are. And that's like, now that's us. We're here actually seeing those guys.
You know, we were just talking about how that team maybe doesn't get the same respect from the national media from looking back at great World Series runs. And we were talking about the 4 complete games in the ALCS. Like, when you think about that, and Adam, my partner here, said that, like, that's something that likely will never be duplicated. What do you think about that performance that you guys were a part of?
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen, even just 4 complete games for one team in the regular season. Just the way that the numbers are, and, like, you know, they're going off of so many pitches and looking, it's too many numbers instead of, like, the manager watching the pitchers pitching and how they're performing. So I don't think it'll ever happen. You know, guys don't even go 7 innings is like going 15 innings back in the day. But yeah, I mean, I think that was an awesome thing, and I think it was, you know, started off by Contreras going out there, and we just all took off and ran with it. And it's not like we were trying to do it. I think we were all going out there and trying to go deep in the game, and that's how it played out.
You were certainly ahead of your time as far as the speed. I know that I saw a stat that there was once a 99-minute game that you pitched. When you're moving that fast, what is going through your mind as a pitcher and going through with the catcher, the signs and all that kind of stuff? Is it more trust in your catcher at that point? Or are you just throwing whatever he's telling you to throw? What is your mindset as opposed to someone who was, you know, some of these pitchers that were against the pitch clock when it was first implemented?
Yeah, I mean, I'll always work quick. I just get on the mound and wait for the catcher to put the signal down and throw it. Never been a big shaker. Just kind of, you put it down, I'm going to trust what you're calling. I'm going to try to make the best pitch. Whatever you're calling, I'm going to try to throw the best pitch at that time and hope for the best result. So I love the pitch clock. I wish I was in here when I was playing. Everybody always enjoyed when I pitched because it was a quick game, but I had to sit through the 4 long games in between my starts. And that's the part that I didn't like. So I love the pitch clock. I love how quick games are. I've been to a few in St. Louis, and usually I'll make it till about the 5th or 6th inning, and I've had enough. And the last game we went to, it was like in the 5th inning, and it was just like an hour in. And I'm like, holy crap, this game is flying by. So I love the speed of the game. I mean, there's no reason to prolong everything out there. Just get it and throw it.
Yeah, we used to always joke that you would always have a snappy start. Like, it'd be a snappy game because Burley was on the mound. Mark Burley joining Black and Abdallah here on ESPN 1000, the ESPN Chicago app. Mark, you pitched 27 times in a White Sox uniform where you threw a complete game. That doesn't happen anymore. How much different has it changed just watching baseball and seeing that guys do not throw complete games anymore?
Yeah, I mean, it's changed a ton. Like, I honestly, if I was pitching nowadays, I don't think I would have had a third of the career that I had. I don't think I would have lasted deep in the games. I think they would have gone off too many books and looking at the papers, and the computer says, hey, this guy at 72 pitches needs to be pulled because his ERA starts climbing after that. Like, I don't even know if I would last in the game right now. I'm not a fan of it. I think it should be more on the manager of looking at the pitcher and seeing how he's doing, and if he's pitching good, no matter if the person behind the computer told him to pull him after 80 pitches or whatever it is, and then he's pitching good, and the manager needs to decide to leave him there. But that's one part of the game that I'm not a big fan of.
Right, and the one thing that I always think of watching is, like, isn't that a part of sports, the competition aspect? Like, not every outcome is guaranteed. So you, the athlete, you have the ability to change that outcome. And I feel like when you're only going off of the stats and just seeing, like, well, third time through the rotation, you got to take him out, that eliminates some of that edge that maybe a competitor like yourself can have.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I said, like, there was no chance in hell that I'd be lasting that long for a career. And like I said, it takes away from the manager. The managers don't have any in-game decisions really besides, okay, when they get to that pitch count that they got to pull him at, and that's when they go out and take him out. No matter if he's pitching a no-hitter, perfect game, whatever it is, it's like, okay, he's just that pitch count, we got to get him out of there.
It looks like the radar has cleared up for tonight. I was kind of hoping for a 20-year anniversary of the tarp slide from you. Is there something like that off the field? We've talked a lot about on-the-field stuff with you. Is there something like that off the field that we don't know about as fans? A lot of documentaries have been made about the 05 team, and a lot of stories have been told. Is there anything that we don't know about you guys in that clubhouse and that team?
You're asking me to remember stuff back in 05? I can't remember what happened last week. No, I think we just all gelled and get together, and I think every story is documented. We just talk about it, but I mean, we just went to battle every day, and we weren't expected to win anything, and we went out there and started off hot and continued it through the year, and obviously went through the playoffs and won the whole thing. And I mean, there's really nothing, no secret to it. It's just everything like laid in place for us.
We're talking about a lot of the guys from 05 and being ahead of their time. One of the guys that was definitely ahead of his time was closer Bobby Jenks, throwing in the hundreds before guys were regularly throwing in the hundreds. He's someone who couldn't be here tonight, who passed away earlier this week and could not be there. What are some of your memories of hanging around and being with Bobby Jenks?
He was just a big, he was a little kid and a big grown body. Literally always screwing around, having fun. You know, he would get serious when he was supposed to come in and pitch, but other than that, if you didn't see a smile on his face or he was doing something to mess with somebody else and have a good time with them, there would have been something wrong. He was always happy and happy-go-lucky in the clubhouse and always wanted to have fun.
So we'll have the statue revealed at 6:45 tonight. Besides tonight, what else are you looking forward to this weekend to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the 05 team?
I think it's just seeing all the guys and talking to them. It's like I don't keep in contact with a lot of these guys, you know, since we stopped playing. So it's just seeing some of these guys. It's been, you know, 10, 15 years since I've even talked to them on the phone. So just kind of meeting, talking back up with them and kind of seeing how everything's going and seeing what they're up to.
Well, have fun tonight. Congratulations, and thanks for stopping by to talk with us today.
Thanks, Mark.
Yep, no problem, guys.
There you go, Mark Burley on the Yingling hotline, joining Black and Abdallah here on ESPN 1000 in for Waddle and Sylvie. My absolute favorite play.
Yeah, awesome. And
he was the best.
You know what's cool about that, too, is not only is he one of the best players in White Sox history, but all-around nice guy. Like I mentioned earlier, you and I were producing here. We've been here for a very long time. One of the guys that we used to talk to all the time, even back in like the Talking Baseball days.
Yeah,
Bruce Line, and like couldn't be a nicer guy to everybody, to fans, media, players. Like that's why I think he's so revered as the fans. Like he might not make the Hall of Fame, but here in Chicago, he will, obviously he's getting the statue today, will go down as one of the best and one of the favorite players of all time.
Yeah, he pitched in a Sox uniform for 12 years. He was an All-Star multiple times. I believe, he was a 5-time All-Star. He won 4 Gold Gloves. His one play turned into a segment on Baseball Tonight back in the day when that TV show existed. Remember the opening day play from underneath his legs? He threw it to first base. Like, that play was legendary. You mentioned the tarp slide, so you get personality. We all know the legend of Game 3 of the World Series, the 14-inning game where Burley was enjoying beer in the clubhouse.
I rewatched that. I tried to see if I could tell.
Yeah, and
if
then he
was
gets
a little
the save.
tipsy. Yeah.
You know, he starts game 2, throws 7 innings, and then in game 3 he gets the save.
Yep.
Like he is just legendary status for the Chicago White Sox. So we thank them for setting it up to allow Burley to join us, and he's going to have the statue shown to the fans in about an hour, right above us of the patio where we're at here at Ray Field. So it's going to be a great night tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and he'll be celebrated. You know, I want to hear his speech. He just said he couldn't remember his speech. He's, you know, like after doing all the things that he's done, I wonder if he's getting, if he's got nerves for that. You know?
Yeah,
like,
I'm sure. Why not?
To go up there and get the statue. I'm glad he saw it because I was kind of like I was gonna. You don't want a Ronaldo situation
or Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, you don't want one of those situations.
The Dwayne Wade one is hilarious.
You absolutely don't want that where you go. He unveils it and he's just kind of like.
Thanks for the support, sir.
Hey,
appreciate you.
That's a good statue of me. Like you never want that.
All right, Black and Abdallah, we're in for Waddle and Sylvie today, broadcasting live from Rate Field. We're in the patio. The Burley statue's right above us. So if you're going to the game, you're going to partake in the festivities tonight, step on by. Like the gentleman that just stopped on by. I couldn't hear what he was saying, but he was yelling something. I think he disagreed with Abdallah's takes on the Bears.
That's fine.
I think he had an issue with what Abdallah was saying with Ben Johnson.
Most do.
No, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say so does everybody else, but that's all right.
Most do.
There were comments in the chat after you said Cole Kmet could be used as a weapon in the offense. They were amazed that you would say that.
I'm not the one.
Are you flipping?
I'm not the one that's trying to run him out of town.
Abdallah's starting to flip on Cole Kmet.
No, absolutely not.
All right, we will get to what to watch for coming up next here on Waddle and Sylvie.
You're listening to Waddle and Sylvie on ESPN 1000, Chicago's home for sports. Courtney Cronin, the latest from Hallis Hall, and wherever Bears roam in Chicago. Be an informed fan with ESPN Chicago, brought to you by Costa Ivona. The CDGA Golf Show. It's your source for golf news local and golf news from around the world. Hosts Tyler Rocky and Mike Gilligan are linked up with golfing knowledge to help us all. Tomorrow, 9 to 11 on all the ESPN Chicago channels. Brought to you by Glenview Park Golf Club.
Exactly in midfield. Take it from me, when you want the job done right, you call the pros. And that's why Chicago trusts Window Works. For over 30 years, they've delivered custom windows and doors that fit your home, your style, and your budget. No cookie cutter stuff, just certified pros who get it done. And it's not just about beauty. These windows can help cut down your energy bills, too. Right now, buy one window, get one free. Dial pound 250 on your phone and say Waddle to book your free consultation today.
News just in. Bet365 is now live in Illinois.
That's right. Join Bet365 today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose.
That's amazing.
That's for sure. With Bet365, you can bet on the spread, totals, and money line.
Well, there you have it, Illinois. Download the Bet365 app and get your $150 in bonus bets today.
And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. Users apply in app only.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. The price varies based on product and subscription plans.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it. But not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, HIMS can help. Through HIMS.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at HIMS.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs, with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but HIMS can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to HIMS.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Just 3 games left to settle the entire Live Golf season. It begins at Bolingbrook, August 8th through the 10th. DeChambeau, Rahm, Koepka, and more. Up close, personal, and locked in. With special guest, Good Charlotte.
Good Charlotte's going to be there?
Providing the soundtrack. Yes, Adam. Good Charlotte will be there. Get your tickets now at livegolf.com. Livegolf.com.
celebrating the selection of Pope Leo XIV, God-man, Sox fan. ESPN Chicago, the home of the Chicago White Sox. Now backed by the power of the Pope.
Much more involved down in the red zone because of their size and their skill set allows them to be more effective down in this area.
Peggy and Dion on ESPN Chicago. Tomorrow morning at 11. Brought to you by Advantage Acura of Naperville.
When the defense is so condensed.
Listen to us now, live on the ESPN Chicago app. Listen to the show in HD at 100.3 HD2 FM. Listen now on ESPN 1000. This is Waddle and Sylvie, ESPN Chicago, Chicago's home for sports.
Waddle and Sylvie get you set for your weekend viewing with What to Watch For.
Black and Abdallah in for Waddle and Sylvie today, and it's What to Watch For, brought to you by Connie's Frozen Pizza. Get to know the true Chicago style with Connie's Frozen Pizza. Born in Chicago, enjoyed everywhere. Be caller 10 now to win a free pizza from Connie's. And we've got a crew today because we got Jack, we got Patsy, we got Tyler, Black and Abdallah, and now it's time for What to Watch For. You want me to go first? I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm ready. I got something good.
Go ahead.
I've got something.
I know what it's going to be.
Yeah. ESPN television,
there it is.
Sunday morning, 10 a.m., the Wimbledon final. Yannick Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz, the rematch from the French Open. Two best players in the world. Two phenoms, young players at the pinnacle of tennis will be facing off on Sunday morning for the Gentlemen's Championship. It's the Gentlemen's Championship. It's not the men's final. It's the Gentlemen's Championship at Wimbledon. Yes. Yeah, with your what is it? The strawberries and cream.
Yeah.
That's what I'm watching for. I'm watching for tennis on Sunday morning.
Sorry, I'm texting Jesse.
Oh, what's Jesse up to?
Finding us.
He'll find us.
I am going to something that I watched the first 2 episodes of last night. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is back for their 17th season.
It's great.
And let me tell you, they have not missed a beat. It is still just as funny as it's always been. I know Tyler watches Abbott Elementary. Their first episode is they did a crossover episode during the season of Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
So this is their side of it for this one, and there is I did a spit take at one of the lines, and it's awesome. The gang's back, and the gang's better than ever. It's awesome.
All right, fantastic. Jack, what do you have?
Squid Game Season 3 came out a couple of weeks ago, so I'm going to go Squid Game Season 3. I just watched it, so I'm pretty pumped to watch that one as well. So Squid Game, the last season, it's violent. It's still like the same show as ever, so it's a little bothersome, but it's still pretty good.
Is this it?
Theme. This is it.
This is it.
This is
the end?
Supposedly.
Okay.
Until there's a reboot. Because everything's a reboot now.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that there's a Night in the Museum reboot happening?
Yeah, I did.
What the
I'm
hell?
pumped for that.
Oh, Jack, come on.
It's Ben Stiller, right?
I don't know if he's gonna.
I don't know.
I don't know if he's gonna be in it or not.
It might not be.
I hope so.
Tyler Aki, what do you have?
Watched a movie last night, Naked Gun, first time.
The original or the new one?
Original, yeah.
Wow, so what'd you think?
Solid movie.
Oh, wow.
I was just casually watching.
Wait, of all the old movies that you dislike.
My roommate just put it on, like it was fine.
Tyler, you're amazing.
So yeah, give that a spin if you're interested.
Oh yes, the Naked Gun movies.
New one?
No chance.
What are we doing?
All right, okay. Potsy, what do you have?
All right, guys. I started this new show yesterday on Netflix. It's called Your Honor. You've seen it?
It's the show that's been out for a while, right?
2020, I think. But I just started it yesterday.
Yeah, I've seen parts of it. Nice show.
Yeah, I'm on episode 4, but so far it passes the 3-episode rule for me. So it's pretty solid. Not bad.
All right. Okay. See. We got through it, everybody. That was great.
Good job, guys.
Also, Pulse Summer League tonight. If you want to watch Noah Asange, he's playing tonight. Summer League, 7 o'clock, NBA TV.
Do you know the other one? I was just talking to my friend about the How to Train Your Dragon movie. He said it was horrible.
We also are at a baseball game.
Yeah.
The White Sox Guardians could be a pick. We're at a baseball game today.
I'm going to watch the statue.
That's implied.
You can watch the statue unveiling. You know,
yes, that would be a big deal.
Also listen to it on your home of the White Sox, ESPN 1000.
Right. Jeff Miller has the pregame show coming up at 6:30. Len and DJ have the call of tonight's game at 7:10, first pitch. All right, Black and Abdallah, we are in for Waddle and Sylvie today. I will be joined by Jesse Rogers coming up next here on ESPN 1000.
This is Waddle and Sylvie on ESPN Chicago, Chicago's home for sports.
This is an ad by BetterHelp.
Hey guys, we all know the feeling. We're all working hard, but workplace stress is a real thing. And it's one of the top causes of declining mental health. So do what I do and seek therapy. I've talked to my therapist for years, and I want you to go to betterhelp.com/timeout and get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com. Guys, for years it's been a stigma for many men out there, but it shouldn't be. Go out and get the help you need, whether it's around the family or it's the workplace stress I spoke about, or you're feeling depressed. Right now, BetterHelp has over 30,000 therapists that will see you on your time. You don't have to go to their office. You talk to them online. It is so easy, and they have a 4.9 rating based on 5 from over 1.7 million client reviews. They're making it easier than ever. Mental health is health. That website again, betterhelp.com/timeout. That's betterhelp.com/timeout.
The toss play to the right.
Captain J. Hood here with Howard Aiken. Sounds of summer.
An accident about to happen.
Come on, it's a freaking slip and slide. You mean slip and fall?
Water may sound seemingly harmless to you guys. Anyone who's experienced a slip and fall injury at work, in a store, or at their apartment building knows just how serious they can be. If you've been injured, call 312-6-million.
Howard is our attorney on the Captain J. Hood Show. Weekday morning, 7 to 10 on ESPN 1000.
Chicago, this is your chance to see the Premier League live. The Premier League Summer Series is coming to town and features 2 incredible matchups. Everton versus West Ham United, followed by Manchester United versus Bournemouth. It's the only international soccer event in Chicago this summer. Don't miss out. Wednesday night, July 30th, Soldier Field. 2 matches, 1 ticket. Grab yours now at Ticketmaster.com. Escape the heat. Head to True North convenience stores and get any size True Oasis fountain drink for 89 cents with True Rewards. Cool that thirst with any of your favorite Pepsi fountain drinks for 89 cents. As a free True Rewards member, pick the perfect size for you. No matter if you're craving a big drink or a small sip, it's just 89 cents. Don't have the True Rewards mobile app? Find it in the Apple or Google Play Store to download and save instantly. True North convenience stores. Fast, friendly, clean.
Want to buy a vehicle in 60 minutes or less? Purchase your next vehicle in 60 minutes or less at Advantage Chevrolet Hodgkins, or your first car payment is on them. And every new Chevy comes with the Advantage Plus program. Together, let's drive. Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Summer is the time for making memories, not appointments. It's why you should go to Great Clips. Use online check-in to get in for a cooler, shorter haircut for less whenever you have time. So what are you waiting for? Get in, get out, and get back to summer with time-saving haircuts at Great Clips. It's going to be great.
Member Week is here at Lowe's. Don't miss your chance to get up to 40% off hundreds of items like paint, faucets, vanities, doors, and more. Shop our exclusive deals happening in-store and online now through July 18th. Not a member? Join My Lowe's Pro Rewards for free today and get ready to save more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Hey, Joe Fortball here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with the promo code JOEQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Gambler. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
When They told us that earlier.
In motion now.
All right, Potsy, we got you. Here's LaPorte County. This summer, the Roar returns to Washington Park in Michigan City, Indiana. The X Insurance Great Lakes Grand Prix takes place over July 28th through August 3rd. The ultimate offshore high-speed power boat races on Lake Michigan. Boat parade, block party, live music, and more. Make the short drive that feels miles away. Plan your visit now at GreatLakesFree.com.
Saturdays on ESPN Chicago. Join me, Peggy Kaczynski, and me, Dion Miller, for the cleverly named Peggy and Dion. Of course, we are always talking about the saga of Chicago sports, and occasionally we may dive into other areas of interest. So join us Saturday morning at 11, Peggy and Dion on ESPN Chicago. Brought to you by Advantage Acura of Naperville.
Live from State Street in the heart of Chicago, you are listening to the new home of the Chicago Bears, ESPN Chicago. And this is Waddle and Sylvie, WMVP, WTBC, HD2, Chicago, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
It's Waddle and Sylvie here on ESPN 1000 in the ESPN Chicago app. Chris Bleck now joined by Jesse Rogers as we fill in for Waddle and Sylvie, broadcasting live at Rate Field from the patio. This place, Jesse, is packed. No surprise, Abdal was here. He's leaving to go to a concert. And so now you were tagged in.
Yeah, well, I was here anyway for the 05 reunion because I wasn't going to make a special trip for you two.
No, I know.
Wasn't.
I know.
But I was here for the Burley statue, which is going to be unveiled soon. The 05 reunion kicking off here. I just left the media availability. Pretty cool. I was around 20 years ago, if you can believe it.
Yeah.
I had the same hairdo back then, and I covered this team a little bit. I was on the air after the World Series game, stayed on the air all night. So a lot of memories flowing back for myself as well as all those guys in that room. And the thing that stands out to me, I mean, there's so many things, obviously, but as I remember it all, and obviously people know this, the 4 complete games in the ALCS, and then the 5th game was only 8 1/3 innings.
Yeah.
It's just insane because of what we know about baseball today. So I was going down memory lane with Jose Contreras and Freddie Garcia and AJ Brzezinski, the catcher there, and the difference. I mean, Freddie Garcia talked my ear off for about 8 straight minutes, and I give him credit in broken English because I don't understand Spanish. And he was just talking about basically how the game is not as good today, how he could dominate because hitters are all doing the launch angle thing, and every pitcher's going max effort. It was like classic Goose Gossett stuff.
Yeah, no,
I loved
absolutely.
it.
Well,
I loved it.
Burley was just on the show about 20 minutes ago, and one of the things that we were talking to him about is that because it's changed so much, Burley has 27.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route. And I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
The Cyclones pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. First down here for this offense.
This guy is as good a hitter as there is in baseball. Yeah, he's making a run at the triple threat. You see the numbers. Baseball batting average. He's second in home runs. First in RBI, on base percentage.
Looking to throw it again. Stays on his feet. Both runs happened, but couldn't escape. Dropped for a sack.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
That sack makes it second down and forever. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. He's hit right as he throws it, incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now brings up 4th down.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
So here's the first play of the drive, backed up with their own 7. From the shotgun, an inside handoff, going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
How about the discipline of this defense here on 2nd down? You're anticipating a pass the ball. How about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's 3rd down.
Caught by the receiver. Oh, and he fumbles. The defense scoops it up. Touchdown, Iowa State. A huge defensive score.
With another touchdown, this first half could not have gone any better for this offense and this team, building up such a big lead. And on the other side, oh my gosh, now you really start to see who's got some fight, who's a competitor, because you got a big hole to be able to climb out of.
Now the try here for the extra point. The kick gets off the left upright. It's no good. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Looking downfield, it's Manning. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Picks up 2nd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
QB tries it again here on 2nd and 10. Running back has it on the screen now. And he will be stuffed for no gain. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Upper Body Commando, there are no slaves here tonight. So just like that, breaking news on Marquee Sports Network.
I love it. And they had some fun with him yesterday. Not just the players, but the folks at Obvious T-shirts. Pete Crow Arms Bear. Yeah, that'll work. And then even the umpires, as PCA and Jim Wolf get together, he's looking Wolfie big. No question, they had some fun there.
They're going to run it. Breaks free. A tackle him after a short game. A cautious call there on 3rd and long. Minnows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's take it down to Kevin Connors for our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
But it is close in terms of walks. Both these teams offensively take a good chunk of walks. So when you're looking at the best offenses in baseball, the Cubs have got
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the 3rd. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. First play of the second half is a handoff. A gain moves the ball out near the 25.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Off play action, he's looking to throw. Looking deep downfield to the left. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. Gonna set up 3rd down. See if the offense can move the chains on that incompletion. Dropping back, it's Betts. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the Cyclones begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Oh, what a grab! That's a solid gain. Moves the football inside the 40. 1st and 10.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Looking to throw again. Catch made over the middle.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. Put that on a rope.
2nd down after that completion. Play action fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab. Tackled immediately, but not before he gets the ball inside the 20. The Cyclones are in the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. He escapes the pocket, taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point try coming now. BYTE is good as they build on this big lead.
This is the guy you start with.
Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The first play of the drive now from the 25. And they've got him in the backfield. It's a 4-yard loss.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional. I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Back to throw. It's Manning. Makes the catch downfield. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Looking to pass here on second down. Short throw complete to the tight end. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. First down and 10. We'll try the ground game here with the running back. Stout defense there. It's a 3-yard loss on that run.
Boy, another tough call for this offense. Seems like everything that they've called is going in the wrong direction. I think they're just trying to get out of this one at this point.
They look to throw it here on second down. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Defense is coming after him. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Now comes the field goal unit, trying to knock it through from 48 yards away. And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off the big leg.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Bringing it out, it's Townsend. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And here comes the Iowa State offense back up the field now. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. Last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
You know, the outcut is a routine throw, but it really illustrates how much time the quarterback and receiver have worked on this route. Because the more you work on it, you can close your eyes and make this throw. But it's not easy if you don't put a lot of reps in.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. What's the call going to be? Just as he releases the ball, it's incomplete. And the Cyclones will send their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. This is an absolute boomer of a punt. And he's got it at the 15. And he's going to head out of bounds, but not before picking up some good yardage on the return. The Longhorns offense takes the field. After a field goal the last time out, we'll see if they can get it here. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27th. Looking downfield, it's Manning. He's got a man down the middle. They stop out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Well, it's hard to be in man coverage when the quarterback has this kind of time to be able to navigate and find the open man. He finds his receiver pulling away from that defender, makes a nice throw and a first down.
He didn't make the team in a spring training. Went to Iowa, pitch great.
They keep him guessing with a run. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
2nd down after that run on the previous play.
2-1. 3 balls and a strike now.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
And looking to throw now on first down. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion. It's the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety, and he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for 3rd and 7. Back to throw again. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. They get him to the ground, heads up by the offense to keep possession, but he's still short of the marker. Longhorns will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now.
Outside corner at the top of the zone. Paul Clemens, the home plate umpire,
Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And the Cyclones offense is back out on the field now. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. To begin the drive here, set up at the 30. Takes off in a bootleg. It's a wide receiver screen. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards. I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
He needs pretty much everything else. Flex it ready and fires.
Off the play fake, looking to pass it. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. Going to set up 3rd down.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
That play is blown up. Defense makes the tackle in the backfield. The Cyclones will line up to kick it away. Looking to flip the field here. You look at the leg strength, a booming punt. And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. And now the first play of this drive, they'll begin at the 36. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Back to pass. It's Manning. Quick throw complete to the tight end. It is a load to bring down. Finally, a strong tackle by the cornerback gets him.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the left side. Tackled after he makes the first down as the seconds tick away here in the 3rd quarter. And notice how the balance of this passing game has been on display here. A whole bunch of guys getting involved catching passes. That's tough to stop. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if this game can get a little bit more competitive. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. They open the 4th by going to the air. Short pass finds the tight end. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
The Longhorns starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Tight end goes in motion. The ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
Interesting call here, Chris, with this screen pass in the fourth quarter late in the game. I think they're expecting the defense to get upfield on the pass rush, but give the defense all the credit. Recognizing it, almost really anticipating that this screen was coming, and then rallying to the ball.
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. The offense able to fall on the football, lucky to maintain possession there.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief, but I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Needs a completion here on fourth down. This will call incomplete and a turnover on downs.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter on a fourth down play. They step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense. You work that clock. You seal victory.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held it just been 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And now the handoff. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places. This is more than just a dishwasher. This is next level cleaning.
Ball handed off. Breaks into the clear. Moves the ball to the 28. It'll be first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big 3rd down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock. And get that much closer to securing a victory.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Runner takes the toss and moves to his right. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Play faster. Right on your phone. Tap it. Play it.
They'll hand it off. And tackled after a small pickup there.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Using his legs, it scans. They finally make the tackle, but it's going to be 1st and goal from the 6.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Yeah, if you see the numbers against left-handed pitching, not good. A 191 batting average, 224 miss. There's some slug there. Throwing percentage.
1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Defense bringing out some big fellas trying to stop the run here.
Down ahead 1 and 2. DCA with Mike.
We're going to score with a run to the right. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa State.
Well, they just continue to do everything right. This offense has looked outstanding from the opening series all the way up to this point, doing everything that's asked of them. Great execution, and put another touchdown up on the board.
They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT.
Swing and a miss.
The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it 4th down in their territory and got stopped.
He's put up good numbers against Southpaw.
Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. They make the tackle, but not for a solid gain on that pass.
So much pressure on the defense against the RPO because you're always going to be wrong if it's executed correctly. Here, they were determined to stop the run. The problem is, leave yourself vulnerable to a throw into a flat. Right?
Who's in the clear? They'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Scanning the field. It's Manning. Lets it go quickly. He makes the catch. Tackled, but first down.
Well, it's a big risk to play man-to-man coverage by this defense, and this time they get caught. Great timing between the quarterback and his receiver. You can see what can happen. When that timing is right, big things can happen.
We get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Now it's second down here. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards, and they stay ahead of the sticks.
Important third down play coming up after that completion.
Easier to frame that pitch when he hits the target when you're set up inside and you don't have to reach.
Look at it, chuck it again. Grab down the middle. It's Moore. Here he goes. They make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone. Longhorns will have first and 10 here.
Overall, but they've been really good at getting the stick.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Putting toward the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns.
You know the most impressive thing to me, Chris? I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. I think that tells you a lot about this team. The character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
Going after it, not right through. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Iowa State offense takes the field now. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Here comes a handoff. Breaks into the clear. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down at the 42.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
Gets ready. Forcing the slider. Change up. Hits lefties. See that slider usage in them.
Grinding away on the ground. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense?
It's 167 this year. Bush has arguably been the Cubs' best hitter. Swing and a miss. Rodell gets him.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Third down after that running play.
There's nothing down, no interest financing up to 50 months. It's not too much. Gallery City Furniture. We got you. Prime Day is coming July 8th to the 11th with great deals on whatever you can in 2 minutes.
Here's the handoff. Breaks into open space. He's in the clear. We're able to move to 6. Set up now. First down at the 34. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it here. Gain of 2 yards. Now it's second down and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
They'll change the pre-snap look now.
With our same-game parlay, the choice is truly yours.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Takes the toss, heads to his right. Will not be brought down. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Participating in the derby.
He's at 17 home runs here in the regular season. A good bit of third base. And settling in back over at second.
And they just released DJ LeMahieu. They're on the hook.
Keep it on the ground. There's a handoff. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Well, this is a stunner. It's a football team that walked in here with that number 1 attached to their name, and they got humbled today. Just blasted.
I love that you said walked into this game, because that's how they played throughout the entire football game, and they got embarrassed. This was a statement today by this winning team, and really a declaration to the entire college football world.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Hermstreet, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Grandmother played shortstop for the national softball team in the 80s. He retired until after her 60th birthday. Wow. He's the one that kind of lit him up into baseball. She started a baseball academy. She used to do soft tops with him when he was 2 years old. What's that part of it's not that unusual for the kids? I think your grandmother could play on the national softball team in her 60s. Yes.
3-2 on the way. And that one misses. It's ball 4. And the leadoff man is aboard downstairs at Tampa.
But I think anyone who saw that change, or at least if you're me, your first question was, how much does that thing cost?
Yeah.
According to my research, about $250,000.
Is that right?
Close to 1,000 diamonds around that thing. So.
Really?
So you get the change. I know that the payout for the winner used to be about $1 million. In the first 2 years that Pete Alonso won the home run derby, he made more money winning the home run derby than he did as a Colorado.
I did not know that. coaches that line after the home run derby down at Phoenix. Well, Goldschmidt had a bit of a resurgence here in the Yankee uniform, hitting 290. Not hitting the ball out of the ballpark that much. Got to be big time.
Goldschmidt, for 6 years with the Cardinals on a 1-year, $12 million deal with the Yankees. 7 times an All-Star, 4 Gold Gloves. Swinging and a miss, Goldschmidt is gone. There's one away.
It's fortunate. Not all that impressed with that resume. Finishes him off with a big hit. Goldschmidt one of 4 MVP winners currently on the Yankee roster. Fletcher beats him here with a good hitter.
Okay, before we go, let me go use the washroom and then I'll be right back.
See the star here. Throw first, and Chisholm back is Chisholm with 10 stolen bases. The 1-0. Swinging a ball right field, Tucker right there, make the catch. No score in the bottom of the second.
Should have been. Better if the job was done at 89.
Swinging and a miss from Volpe, who's really been struggling his last 24 games. James at 116.
Yeah, there have been some stories here as well. Question whether he should still be the guy out there shortstop for the Yankees. Aaron Boone has come to his defense.
Fly ball right field, Tucker in and towards the line. And Kyle makes the catch in fair territory.
This river was a day under the day on the GMC trucks on Built to Run. Like every American achievement, they are a result of dedication. Over 100 years dedicated to the art of engineering and the ambition to always move this country forward. Celebrate Independence Day. Get 0% APR plus 2,600 total value on the Sierra 1500 model. Plus, when eligible GMC loans, the additional 2,000 purchase allowance.
Thanks to a bed and breakfast at Booking.com, even Cardinals fans are loving Chicago. Our research. So many choices you can be fan of any U.S. city. Booking.com, Booking.yeah. A common source of medication misuse is the family medicine kit. Protect your family by following these simple steps. Store medications up, out of sight. Secure them in a private place, not easily accessible to others. If you have leftover medication, don't throw them in the trash.
What's stopping you? Bosch braking. Bosch QuietCast rotors are 100% balanced with an aluminum zinc coating to prevent rust. Our advanced low-dust QuietCast brake pad formula ensures a longer pad life with premium hardware and an upgraded shim for quiet performance. Bosch's next-generation brake fluid offers low viscosity and high wet boiling point for extended life and reduced wear on your braking system. Choose quality, choose performance, choose Bosch.
Red Bull Zero is here. Zero sugar, 100% wings with monk fruit extract. Have you tried it yet?
Played for the Yankees last year. His overall numbers. 20 chances to play this season.
No, I think that's going to pick up here moving forward with the struggles of Mount Challenger. He's going to get some opportunities. Not to say that that's going to be buried, but he's going to get some playing time.
I would say this, so I know it's been a topic with Cup fans, but to some degree, similar to Volpe, I do understand always looking and wanting to upgrade. But I would also tell you this, if things stay as they are, there's no guarantee. Anthony Volpe can't sink the Yankees season with his offense, and neither can Matt Shaw, in my opinion.
Yeah, that would not be, as you're looking to improve the club, that would not be at the top of the priority.
That's up the field, a base hit for Carney, so John is aboard.
Third hit of the night for the Cubs, a single in each of the first 3 innings now, and speed aboard for the Cubs as he shoots this one right back through the middle of the net. See if the Cubs can get any kind of a tell with Rodon. Maybe swipe the bag out to Mascara. He's got only 1 of 19 so far this year.
Rodon ready to pitch to Nico. Quarter flying to left. His first down. Center field, that chases Bellinger back. And Cody makes a catch.
Whether you're hosting friends, family, or clients at your next celebration, discount group tickets are available for most games at Wrigley Field. For details, visit Cubs.com/groups.
Oh, they got the 50-50 raffle too.
Yeah, they're wrong color though. It's just where you
Yellow. Is Kyle Tucker now singled his first time. No score in the third.
That last ball in the center field. Good contact. But once you read, finally, it's going to be caught. So why not tag up? And you're still probably not going to go anywhere. See, there's a mishandle or a bad throw back in. Something funky happens.
Yeah, again.
The reception being,
Welcome to Ames, Iowa, home of the Cyclones of Iowa State. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Iowa State Cyclones. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Golden Gophers will kick it away to start. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Cyclones offense will get the first crack at it here. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The offense lining up for a first down play. Hand off from the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass, it's Beck. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Ball over the middle. It's Sauer. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back, great coverage. They know this guy's great. They know he can spin it. They're sitting on the coverage, waiting on it. They win the first check early. Give the defense some credit.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And the Golden Gophers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Now the play fake. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Looking to throw, it's back. Going over the top. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. to fire. This time it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
The Cyclones are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Here's the handoff. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cyclones in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Wants to throw. It's back. Fakes the grab on the left. Got enough space. Touchdown, Cyclone. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Touch pass on the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Golden Gophers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the RPO, complete. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. He'll keep it himself. The ball pops out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback did everything right in terms of his reads on that option play. He was supposed to keep it. He's got to do a better job of holding.
This one right here? Okay.
Cupping the glove over his left ear to hear pitch come. The 1-1. Swing a high fly ball right field. That one back. Tucker near the wall, and it's gone. And Bellinger will touch him all. A towering home run for Cody Bellinger. His 14th, and it's 3-0.
The 147th home run hit by the Yankees this year, tops in Major League Baseball. PCA and Tucker both tracking this one.
The ball. Give the defense credit for getting to him and creating the takeaway.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the shotgun, the inside give. Defense holds their ground. Pickup of a yard. It's at the 26.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
Takes time. No matter how you game, always.
Here comes the offense on second down. They're going to take another delay of game penalty. You just can't have these types of mistakes. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense gets set for second down. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
The Cyclones have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's third and goal from the 6. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Iowa State! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
You know, I this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oh my. Oklahoma is putting on a show offensively today. They just simply can't be stopped. They're up 14 over Cal. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
Oh Lord, that's
the
gonna
30
save
mark
us.
down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Now watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He's loose. Tripped up for the tackle. They didn't handle the rigors of a Big Ten schedule very well a season ago, and hoping that they've learned some lessons they can use this year.
I think the coaching staff also thinks, Reese, that they're a more mature team. They have better leadership in the locker room. And, David, they're hoping that that's going to show up week in, week out in what's going to be a brutal Big Ten schedule.
Brutal. And, listen, you're hoping also they got something in their neck, right? Like, you're hoping they want some payback, right? Because that should have left a really bad taste in your mouth a year ago, and you should be ready to get that out. You should be ready to extract some revenge. So let's see if this team comes out with a chip on their shoulder.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Taylor has it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks, add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated, the relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and